I'm a Muslim and I've always been a Muslim. And I'm assuming you are one too because obviously you clicked this video. And if you relate to any part of my story, then it's a big warning sign. And I need you to pay attention because I'm going to tell you very shortly and very simply what I did to overcome those feelings. I remember more than a year ago now, when I was working my part-time job, which I'd work on Fridays, Friday nights into Saturday mornings. So basically I was working a whole day. That was like a big block of my weekend pretty much. And Friday passed, Saturday passed, and then came Sunday, the time to relax and everything. And on Sunday is when I had a daunting, painful realization. It was genuinely a painful realization. For the past 48 to 72 hours, I had done nothing that a Muslim would do. Whatever you're thinking about, I didn't do it. Prayers, dua, none of it. It was embarrassing, and I shouldn't expose my sins, but for the sake of the greater good, you know. So here I was claiming to be a Muslim, telling non-Muslims at work, my name is Muhammad, I'm a Muslim. And, you know, here I was not having done anything a Muslim would have done in the past 2, 3 days. So who was I anymore? Who even am I at this point? Because my identity was tied to me being a Muslim, and I just realized I haven't been doing anything a Muslim does. And which kind of Muslims Imaan is in such a terrible state of affairs that he's just calling himself Muslim and not doing anything a Muslim does. But anyways, enough of the sad stuff, because fast forward to today and things are a lot better, alhamdulillah. And I want to tell you exactly how I made it work. There is a lot you can do, but I'm going to tell you the very basic kind of grassroots kind of thing, what you should do at the very start. Because there is only one simple step you need to take. You forget all the stuff that you've heard online. This is the one thing that you need to do to get your Iman back in the right direction at the very least. Now, it's a lot simpler than you think. It's not that complicated. It relies on one simple fact. You see, the less you think about Allah, the less you remember Allah on a day-to-day basis, on a month-to-month basis, the further you will slowly stray away from Him. But the very moment you remember Allah, mention Him, something like that, you will notice a sudden swing in force that brings you towards Him, much greater than the force that took you away from Him. And to put it simply, you take one step to Him and He will take 10 steps towards you. It's as simple as that. But those are just words, and you may have even heard that stuff before. So what actionable step can you even do or take to overcome this? Well, for me, that was pretty straightforward. Personally, I like reading the Quran because I enjoy reading Arabic. I'm good with languages and stuff. So for me, that was the obvious choice. I just started reading one page of Quran every day, which, to be honest, the fact that I'm telling you this is really simple, in those terms, it's kind of overkill. You don't have to do that much. You don't even have to read a whole page. But I was doing that. I was reading one whole page per day. One page every night, and then I'd go to bed and forget I'd even done it. And for maybe a couple days, it didn't feel like anything. But out of nowhere, I would just start becoming more conscious of the fact that I'm Muslim. And for a while, I didn't even know it had anything to do with this new habit I'd formed, because everything in my life was basically the same. I realized during the day, not realize, but become aware of the fact that, I believe in Allah and everything. I'm a Muslim. And I just become more aware of it day to day. During work and in conversations with people, I'd just be proud of the fact that, yeah, I'm a Muslim, and it just started happening. Within a few weeks, I began to realize this phenomenon of Allah pulling me back to Him because it was getting better and better. My Iman became much easier to hold on to. And I know that that's the feeling you're looking for. You're looking for that ease, that lack of discomfort. Maybe you even get a sense of inferiority, especially if you live in a Western country where the ideals are just so different. But all it takes is one continuous, not or repetitive action. One simple repetitive action. For you, it may be the dhikr once a day, or it may be one focused salat per day. Even if it's the shortest one, it could be just one Maghrib salat per day. Or it could just be like me, the simplest thing in my opinion, which is just reading a small repeated chunk of Quran every day, whether that be one ayat per day, one surah per day, one page per day, half a page per day. Just make sure you do it often, because the results will come quicker than you think. It's not a very long-term thing. And just watch what happens. Now, that was very simple. I will be explaining more on this. Thank you for watching. I hope you got some value or direction out of this, and I will see you in the next one.